Sorry, my camera just cut off. I don't know how that happened. Sorry, guys. I guess it'll just have to be a part two to this. My apologies. It happened to me yesterday and the day before at my property. I don't know what causes it. I don't see it moving now. If you guys see something I'm not seeing, um, post it in the comments and I'll go back and take a look at it and discuss it with you guys. And if you guys, anyway, if you guys haven't yet, subscribe, like, and share. I really appreciate it. It'll really help me out. And I got some more of these sticks leaning against the trees. And the reason why I keep pointing those out is because I always find it to be something doing it. Like something as in with hands. At least at my property and a couple places over here on the shore, it's turned out to be exactly that every time. And let's see if we can. Sorry, just looking around here. Another thing, just food for thought for you guys, anyone that's just getting into this field, or you have it and you're just curious. I learned from other investigators that if you can, you don't go off path. Uh, like I'm doing now. I'm like walking right to the middle of the woods. What I've come to learn is that pretty much you could run into things that you don't want to. And, for the most part, these beings, they make boundaries. And when they make boundaries, they don't want you in there. And my personal belief is, some people call them runners. You'll see logs that'll run in, and it'll actually, the logs they'll zone an area, like they'll square it off. I just saw that again. Anyway, and as you go in, you'll see that those runners with these logs, they're connected. And I don't fully understand it. Probably never will, but I'm trying to learn as much as I can on it. And then I also believe that the X's and just different signs that you find that they make with the trees and the different structures, it's to let us and others know that that's theirs, or you're in their area, or and that could be 100% wrong. That's just my opinion. I got one here that snapped going this way, leaning down. That, to me, I've always looked for water or a water source when I find these, or I look for a structure. It's just things that I've learned from watching Mike, LIB, Long Island Bigfoot, and Colorado Bigfoot, Mark. Just different ones. Cameraman, those guys up in Ohio, man, they got something going on up there it's out of this world. I'd love to go up and hunt with them one night, just to investigate. All right, I just had a knock, and I'm catching movement out of the corner of my eyes. Okay, so straight in front of me, there's a knot of trees. Right there. In between them, I'm seeing movement, but I can't get a really good eye, and I don't want to move yet. I want to see what happens if it's a deer or what it is. If it was a deer, I'd think by now it would be gone. but who knows? It right now is what you call the hunters, people that deer hunt. They call it rut. It's when deer, the males are chasing the does, the females, trying to mate, and when the bucks are in rut, they don't have too many cares in the world. All they have on their mind is the female doe, and that's what gets them killed every time, because they just get stupid. I call it stupid. They pay no attention to anything around them but what they can smell and see as far as brown, a four-legged uh, female. Yeah, I'm here walking straight out in front of me. I told you guys I was going to start paying it slower and sitting on things a little bit longer. When I see a being, I don't like sitting on them too long with the camera, because you got to remember, they already know you're there. And I just find it I've heard several investigators say it's a respect thing. Think about it this way. If you're out and about with your family or out by yourself and you want to be alone, or you're just taking care of business, the last thing you want is somebody with a camera lens in your face. And it very well may not be like that with them, but that's just how I feel. I try to give them the respect that I would want. I'm not seeing any moves right now. Let me see if I can get over some. This is exactly what I'm talking about when I catch them peeking around a tree. That's exactly how I catch them. I'll see movement in like the Y or the crotch of a tree, and I'll see it a couple times or one time, and then they're gone. And then when I go back and review my video, I actually see the whole body, or I'll see from the shoulders up, or I've caught them on the ground on all fours, if you will, kind of like tiptoeing, like zipping from tree to tree. That was probably my scariest moment. That was right in the beginning when I first started getting out here and checking things out in the woods. It was one of my first sightings. I caught a being on all fours, super fast. I didn't know what I just saw. I mean, I had to like process it for days and then I kept going back to the video, and finally, I just accepted it. I knew what I saw. I'm gonna try to ease on up here a little bit. I'm trying to stay off of the sun as much as I can, because I cannot see in that sun. If you guys see anything, let me know. Put it in the comments, or I keep forgetting what it's called. Thumbnail it. I don't know what it's called. Anyway, you guys, I think, get the idea. Tag it, mark it, whatever. I'll go back and look at it, and we'll discuss it in the comments. Anytime you guys you want to talk, or you want to give some information or some evidence, and you're not comfortable giving it to anybody else, I can promise you that I'm here for safekeeping, being whatever you want to call it. I've helped a couple people so far since I've been doing this. I had a lady call me the other day, last week, and was telling me she had some things going on her farm. I went out and checked it out, and of course she didn't want to be videoed, and that's great. I agree. There's situations where you shouldn't. And but I have an email set up, williammr57@gmail.com. You can email me. Eventually, when I'm working on getting another phone just for this field, and I'll post that number up when I get it, and you can leave me a message, call me, whatever, and I'll be more than glad to be your voice, or just so you could be heard, or could be heard without anyone knowing who you are. Okay, I'm seeing something again. I don't know what that is, but let me see. I gotta be quiet. I'm running my mouth too much. Right there. I'm seeing something. I can't tell what it is. Something's moving around over there. It could be a limb. It's a little breezy today. A little more than breezy. Okay, I got something moving heavy. It's to my right. Let me come around. The vibes totally changed when I walked in here. Just so you guys know, I wasn't feeling anything when I come in initially. Something is in front of me walking heavy. I hope the camera's picking it up. If you guys see anything, I know I keep saying it. Tag it, mark it, whatever it's called. I can't remember. I'm so new to all this internet stuff. And I got another break right down in front of me here. Right there. So I'm gonna try to get over by this tree without making too much rustle. Just bear with me, guys. I got something definitely in front of me moving, and it's louder than a deer, unless it's a bunch coming through. Let me get over here. Also, if you guys hear this walking, let me know. If you don't mind. I'm gonna sit here quiet for a minute and see what I can see. I definitely have something in front of me. Oh yeah. I still hear it. Alright, I'm gonna come around, guys. I keep catching something shiny moving in the stick area over here. Just bear with me. Right straight in front of me. Right in there. And there's a leaner back there too. Small leaner. But I got noise right where I just pointed it out. Center of my screen. And then I got noise. Sorry about this. I'm starting to get a little antsy. And where that oh my god, I can't. I just lost all train of thought. That tree that's right here in the center that comes around, it's bowed. I'm losing my mind. I can't even process what I'm seeing. Anyway, behind that, I'm hearing heavy footsteps. And it came from over here. Within the last 15 seconds, it came that far. It came all the way over here. But over here, I seen quick glimpses of something shiny. And it's super thick in there. before I heard the footsteps a few minutes ago, I heard a knock, but it wasn't a loud knock. It was just like a knock. I know one thing. I'm gonna figure out how to turn this screen around so I can speak to you guys face to face. I've sat down and reviewed the different things that the phone has and features, and I can't figure it out for the life of me. I know before you hit record, it has a it has a sign that, an arrow that shows you can spin the screen around, but as soon as you hit record on this iPhone, it disappears. Excuse me, I got a cough. Of course I do. Sorry guys. Got a little choked up there. Well, if it didn't know I was here, it does now. I'm still hearing something, but it's further away walking. Oh yeah, I got something walking over to my right again. Over this way. Actually, there's something behind me. I'm gonna try to walk up this edge a little bit. I hate to leave once I'm locked in on something, but I'm gonna start easing up this edge. I've got the whole feeling going on that something's watching me again. 99.9% of the time when I get that feeling, it's true. I always get something on video, whether I notice it right then and there or when I get home. If I can find any more evidence of these things. I got something walking right beside me, and this hedge line's not that thick. It's not that wide. Nice little path going up through here. Now, this here, there's two sticks stuck into this like small structure. They're freshly broke off, one up top, one right there. See how everything's bent? It's got like a little hole in there. To me, that's something. And then this tree, this branch here is laid over it. That's something that I personally always thought that maybe a juvenile done. Those are the kind of things I look for. For those of you that are following the field of small people, small beings, I've noticed a lot of that going on my property. And I'm seeing a little bit here today. It's not 100% quiet, dead quiet, but it's quiet here. It's pretty interesting how this is bowed over. And then look at this. This you can't make this up. And if you look closely, they're sat on top of that. That's the kind of stuff I'm looking for. And then I got foot tracks right here, right around it, like something's walked around this and set this up. This is where I originally heard the walking come from when I was first watching back over where I just left from. I'm seeing a lot of arches, and I just found an X. Let me get up here a little bit. Let's see if I can do it right here. There's an X there. It's not perfect, but that's an X. Right there. And then I got a really nice arch right there. The place is starting to get interesting. My friend, what he was telling me, there's that actually there, that break, that's not too old. You can see where the fresh wood is. And it goes down. Okay, I'll say within a month or so, maybe less. Something definitely walked through here, bigger than a deer. Hoof tracks, you can actually like see where the ground's dug up, or churned up from their hooves. This is more, the leaves are flat, matted down, like foot tracks, footsteps. Something with toes. All right, let me see here. You'd be surprised of where you find things. It's the least where you would think. The most general areas is where I find stuff happening, structures. I always thought in the beginning that you had to go deep. If you had 500 acres, I always thought you had to go through the middle and get deep into it just to find anything. No, that's not the case at all. These beings, they love being right up behind people's homes, in their backyards. I mean, I don't know if it's so they can keep an eye on things or if they feel more comfortable like that or what, but that's where I find most of my action, is right up behind working dwellings. And look at that, there's another arch. This place is really starting to show me things now. I'm hearing walking again up ahead of me. Yeah. Let me see if I can pan around here. Sorry if I'm going too fast, guys. saying it's anything, but it's peculiar. I'm gonna start working my way back to where I parked slowly. I'm gonna try to get in here without making a lot of noise. Something's drawing my attention this way. Whoa. What was that? I don't know if the camera picked that up, but it was like a huff. Or like something taking a deep breath. I know I read a little bit of history, started reading. I didn't go a couple paragraphs in, but I know there was a tribe of Indians that apparently lived on this land way back. I find it interesting. Let me see. I don't know which way to go with this, but I'm trying to figure it out. Bear with me, guys. Alright, let me get up here a little bit. It gets thick up through there. Let me see. Dead quiet here. That changed real quick. Wow. kind of come to a dead end here. I might have to get out on the path. It's really thick right here. It's hard to see in the camera, but that's virtually impossible to get through. I think I'm gonna go out through here and go back in. Bear with me. Oh man, these nothing but bullbriars. Oh Lord. Good thing I got briar pants on. Still hurts though. Appreciate you guys tagging along with me today. If you would, if you haven't already, subscribe. Hit subscribe, like, share. Really appreciate it. It helps my channel being new. I think guys, I'm gonna start heading back to my truck. I really feel uncomfortable about leaving my truck up there. This is pretty neat. And again, I'm not saying it's anything. It's just, I find it interesting that when you find stuff leaned up against a good tree and everything else around it's good or not rotten, and then the things that are the limbs or logs or sticks that are leaning against the tree that's standing up isn't the same type of wood, it draws my attention. Boy, that sun's up now, coming up now. It's probably like 9:30, maybe 9. I tell you what, I've noticed that I'm not seeing any like deer scrapes or buck rubs, or for being a large acreage of land. I know this place is peppered with deer. You would think that these, like the deer, they like walking these edges and these roads, and a buck, he'll take his horns and he'll make a scrape line. And I'm not seeing any of that. Even in the woods back there, I didn't see anything. Maybe it's being hunted that hard that keep the deer moving, or it has them pushed back further. I don't know. I know one thing, I'm cold. I do know that. Wait a minute, what is that? Like, are you serious? I see something standing back there. Now I don't. Something was standing on the edge of that all the way back of the road, this path. I guess it's a logging road. Straight back where you see those dark areas, there was something standing in the road, and it was tall. Caught it for like a quick, something told me to turn around, and I turned around and I saw it standing like dead center of the road. Strange. From the point that I looked at it with my naked eye to looking down at the camera, it was gone. Amazing. This is a beautiful place. I'm gonna be coming back a few more times, and my next trip I'm gonna go back there and check things out. I'm gonna try to cover this whole place. It's gonna take me a little bit, but I'm gonna check this whole place out. Duck blind. Whew. Well guys, I hope you're enjoying your Sunday morning. It's just starting for some, and others like myself. I've been pushing around since about 4:30 this morning. hope you get to relax the rest of the day at least. And for those who are working, I hope you get an early day, get to come home and enjoy the rest of the day. And the ones that aren't, hope you enjoy being with your family. Stay warm. It is definitely cold in Maryland, so wherever you are, stay warm. And I'll see you on the next one. I'll probably I'm thinking about coming back up here tomorrow, but I'll post something ahead of time and let you guys know, give you a heads up. Like I said, subscribe, like, share. If you guys see anything or saw anything back there when we were checking the woods out, timestamp it and comment, send it to me. And if you guys want to talk to me personally, you want to email me and we'll exchange information, and you got something you want to put out but you don't want anybody to know who you are or what have you, it's very normal. I get it. That's why I'm offering. Look me up, WilliamMr57@gmail.com. All right, guys, try to enjoy the rest of your weekend. I'll see you on the next one.